Finally, The Rock has come back to Tyrone Magnus's YouTube channel to do a movie review for all your candy asses. Now, The Rock, Emily Blunt, Jungle Cruise. Okay, so just got back from seeing Jungle Cruise in 4DXXXXX. Now, where do I start with this movie? Okay, so The Rock, Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt's character plays this kind of female Indiana Joneses kind of character that is looking for something special buried in the Amazon somewhere. And she hires The Rock as her skipper to take her down the Amazon River to find her and help her with her endeavor. That all rhymed. I like to play the game Bars! Now, you all know that when I first saw this trailer, I didn't know what to think. I was like, hey, I can't go either way with this. Hey, brother, I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't call that shit. I was just like, I can't tell by this trailer of whether the movie is going to be good or not. What's funny is before I saw the movie, I got a notification from the Real Rejects, and it showed their thumbnail after they just saw it. I encourage you to go check their thumbnail out, even their video. I didn't look at their video, I only saw their thumbnail, so I was like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. But they're different type of guys, you know what I mean? They like a lot of the stuff I like, but some of the stuff that I don't like, they like, and vice versa. So, you know, I'm just like, okay, let me go in here. I'm a big fan of The Rock. I'm a big fan of Emily Blunt. I like Disney stuff and anything. Hey, maybe it's going to be good. Even though I couldn't tell by the trailer. I'll tell you this. The acting was good. Okay? And yes, it was a Disney family, kids, hokey, you know, type of thing. And for what it was, for what the script was, I thought that they did well. I really do. The villain was definitely a funny yet scary guy. Like, not a man you want to mess with. Not a man you want hunting you. There were several villains, but he I found to be like, wow, okay, this guy's got problems. The majority of what I enjoyed about the movie was the dynamic between The Rock and Emily Blunt's character. Their banter and, you know, some of the dialogue between them was funny. The best parts, I guess you could say as far as being funny, were that The Rock's character being a guide has a ton of tour guide jokes. Basically a bunch of dad jokes. And I'm talking about stringing them back to back to back to back to back to back. Alright? So I found myself laughing at a lot of the stuff that The Rock said as far as jokes went. The special effects, you could tell the stuff was CGI. I don't want to say it was bad CGI, but it was CGI to where it's like, it's CGI. You know what I mean? You know. Other than that, as far as the story went, I found myself getting bored with the movie around halfway through. And around halfway through, you find out something about The Rock's character that changes the whole dynamic of the film and the story. Because I found myself sitting there saying to myself, Rock, look, I know that when you do stuff, you know, you're the biggest movie star in the world right now, and I've been watching you since I was, a kid. And I understand that when The Rock does something, he does something big and he wants to be the best at it. And I couldn't understand for the life of me why he did this film. I haven't seen all his movies, and I'm my favorite character that he's ever played is Hobbs. Other than The Rock, it's the Hobbs. The Hobbs. And then when this part happens in the movie, that's when I was like, aha. That's why you signed on. That was a nice twist. I like what they did with you with this. Gotcha. And then all the way through to the end and the way things went, I was like, this makes sense that he would have picked this after reading the script. I get it. I get it. But the movie didn't it didn't really hit for me in certain ways. Like I said, I was bored through half of the whole movie. And then once I find out this one thing about his character, I'm kind of like, okay, let me see where y'all go with this. Let me see where you go with it. And I actually started to enjoy it more. But I still walked out like, I wouldn't buy the movie. I wouldn't go to see it again. But I didn't hate it, nor did I love it. I was somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to give this 2.5 woos. And I would say that if you are a fan of like a big fan of Emily Blunt or The Rock, wouldn't be a bad time to go on a matinee. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I thought that it was an alright movie, you know what I mean, for what it was. Do I see it breaking box office records? Hell no. If it does, I'll be surprised. But people actually were clapping all throughout the theater for it. I know there was a lot of kids and parents in there. And it was just me and Scarlo, so, you know. But take that for what you will. Post comments down below. Let me know what you thought, though. And if you enjoyed my movie review of Jungle Cruise, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Pig maybe tomorrow. 10 million subscribers.